Alright, so when they announced that they were making a Rogue Pyro 2-pack, it was definitely bittersweet. The bitter was like, wait a second, I'm pretty sure I already have both of those figures. I know I have Pyro, and I'm pretty sure that I have her because I've definitely seen her before. Well, she was never released. She was supposed to be like the changeable figure for, I'm pretty sure, White Queen in the Puck Build-A-Figure set. I do have a picture of that. I do have the White Queen. I do have the original Puck. But we never got her, so that is kind of cool. They righted that wrong. We never got her. Now we got her. I just really wasn't asking for a modern costume Rogue. And Pyro, on the other hand, I always like the Pyro that I have until I pulled out the Pyro that I have and I put a side-by-side comparison, which I'll do that for you on the video. Then I was like, yeah, we definitely needed a Pyro. And then you take these packs and they're $50 for 2 figures. If you're going to do $50 for 2 normal size action figures, give me like makeup for it and accessories. There's no build-a-figure. There's no accessories that are worth a shit. You got a figure like Pyro that you could do like some giant flame like Rhino or Tiger or anything. Dude, like he builds cool shit out of fire. And yet you give me the same fireballs that you've given me before. You give me, that sucks. It really sucks. There is some pretty cool stuff on these 2 figures. I guess we'll just get into it, man. Like, I don't know. You make a 2-pack with Pyro. There's so many figures that I would rather have, like Toad, a new Toad, like in the Toad, not this Toad, the Toad in a costume that you actually wanted. Avalanche, I love this Avalanche, but I don't know, if you made a new Avalanche, it would probably not compare to that Avalanche. A Blob, of course, which I love that Blob. I mean, if you're going to give me an Evil Mutants, like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, God, there's just so many teams that you could have did. I'm sure you're getting tired of listening to me talk, and you probably really want to see these. So let's check them out.
It's not the first time I've seen the side of you. I'm through, and now you're walking on such a thin line, and I'm about to lose my nerve when all of this has cost me so much. Now leaving in the dust everything we had. It threw it away, and I have wasted too much.
Alright, let's get to the nuts and bolts. First off, here's the Rogue and the Pyro that you came to see. Here's the Evil Brotherhood of Mutants. I mean, pick your team. There's been so many characters in that. These are like my favorite team members that were in the team. Not really Sabretooth. Like, I mean, yeah, he's cool in there, but I mean, let's be real. I like the Avalanche, the Quicksilver, the Blob, the Toad, the Mystique, the Pyro, the old Pyro, and of course Magneto. That's like my dream team of Evil Brotherhood of Mutants. Especially when you replace this one with that one. Alright, let's go ahead and check this thing out. I'm sure you're dying to see it if you haven't seen it yet. First off, this is weird that the hair, Sharp pointed this out in one of his videos. The mask should come all the way up to the hair, which it doesn't on either head. It does come with 2 heads, but whenever they show the teeth, I usually pick the teeth because that's a paint app, an extra paint app, and they're very stingy with paint apps, so I usually use this one instead of this one all the time. On the accessories, God, it's the most crappiest accessories they could have possibly thrown in there. The same fireballs that they've given us before. I mean, they are cool accessories, but then you have like the hoses right where the flame's supposed to come out, and it doesn't come with anything. But if you were lucky enough and you're a Star Wars 3 3/4 collector, or if you want to get your ass on eBay and you got this Boba Fett, then you could unplug these and then plug them into these holes. I actually did this, but I'm going to try to do it on camera, because I seem like I always fail on camera. Oh, plugged right in. Put these on here. One more to go. And voila. I mean, Hasbro. You already made the part. You already made the flame. You couldn't have went next door, borrowed these flames, and put this on this. Look how cool this looks. It sucks because I don't have an extra one of these. I did. Broccoli gave me an extra flame effect, which I already put on my my Mezco Red Skull. So I don't have 2 of these things left, which I did. God, I would love to do that. Look how cool that looks. It's still Hasbro. Why couldn't you guys throw this in? Man, that sucks so bad. I'm going to go ahead and leave these in for now because it looks so cool. They're translucent. The plastic looks good. It actually looks amazing. This is just that same soft, crappy plastic that they use all the time. It's real gushy, like it always flexes like this. If you guys think these things are good action figures, then you probably don't know what a good action figure looks like. It's Marvel. And we love Marvel, and this is what we got. The paint apps on it are actually pretty good. They always could do a little bit more, but they don't. They could put a little detail on the backpack. They chose not to. I wonder what he's got on his. Let's look at his from back in the day. Let's do a little side-by-side from like 15, 20 years ago to what they do now. Oh, well, they did no detail on that backpack. No painted detail. Actually, that head sculpt isn't bad. I like how this one's skinny. This one's kind of buff for Pyro, whatever. I like the ribs on that. I mean, this is just a repainted figure, one that you already have that they put into this. It is cool, man. I do like the updated Pyro. I'm not going to pretend like I don't. I will definitely put both of these on my shelf, but this is my favorite Pyro now. I like how the boots are on this one, how they're like sculpted like this versus just painted on crap like this. This is still a good Pyro, man. I'm still happy to have this thing in my collection. I guess that's about it for Pyro. There's really nothing more to show you. All the articulation, you've seen it before. The accessories suck. It's $50 for a 2-pack, which I paid $55 because I got it at a comic book store. I don't know what stores this is going to go to. I think it's just like comic book stores. Now let's check out the Rogue. On the Rogue, I've bitched about it for years. Take the pins out of the action figures. Take the pins. Other companies are doing it. It's not impossible. You can take the pins out of the action figure. And they finally did it. Look, a completely pinless, well, I guess they did it before. They did it on a Kingpin. I think they did it on a Groot. They've only did it a couple times. No pin in the knees. You see that? A double jointed knee. It looks amazing. Now here's the thing. It feels, I could be wrong, but it feels like it's stiffer plastic. It feels like a better quality plastic. I don't see any marbling in it or anything. The head is painted amazing. Like, remember that black Tom when it just looked like a cheap McDonald's toy? This is what it's supposed to look like. That looks actually really good, like really good. Look at the paint apps on that. Maybe that's why this 2-pack is $50. It has like the rubber skirt on it, so they took a page out of McFarlane's book right there. It does hinder the articulation, which I don't give a shit about that, but I know a lot of you guys do. It looks like it has like the thicker thighs on it. Let's look at this one as a comparison. Like, these thighs got a thick ass on it, thick thighs. We're definitely going in the right direction, except for the old one back in the day. Sorry about that. But I should have set it down. The old one back in the day used to have a cleavage top, and you could actually see some cleavage, but Disney took over, and that the cleavage it's a thing of the past on Marvel as far as action figures go. It does come with 2 head sculpts. Once again, I'm going to go with this one because it's an extra paint app to paint the teeth. Both of these head sculpts look amazing. They really killed it on this thing. The articulation, I don't see anything new here. I mean, it's the same ankle pivot. The knees are, God, I love that. So pinless. I'm just like gushing. I'm so happy to have a pinless action figure. Got a couple little scuffs in the paint. Got a little extra white paint there. I could take it off. Got a little scratch there. It's good. A modern Rogue. Something I never asked for, but I'm happy to put it in my collection. A Rogue in a new costume. And good luck finding this one. You know they're going to redo this in the vintage line. You do know that. So don't spend $100 on this thing on eBay. Look at the paint on that too. Really good. All right, I think you've seen it. Let me go ahead and put him over here just for a second. Look at that. Evil Brotherhood of Mutants Dream Team right there. You could put Sabretooth in there. You know what? I'm going to show you this Avalanche just because I think this figure is awesome. I don't know if you have it. Look at the paint apps on this thing. Look at on the head. Painted teeth, painted inside the mouth, painted. It's got a this is before they used cheap plastic where the metal actually looks like metal. It's an amazing thing. And you can clean your toilet if you have to. You can wind this thing up and it like walks across the floor. It's an action for an action figure. And it's got a button on it. Does it shoot something, or is that... Maybe that's supposed to start and stop the... It doesn't look like it does. I don't know what the button's for on the base. But God, look at that avalanche. I would like to get an avalanche in a different costume for, I could display. I don't know. There's the avalanche. All right, enough. And you know what? Maybe it's not enough. Let's look at this toad real quick. Sorry, just for the guys that don't have this toad. This toad, I love it. Hold on, wait a second. Oh, it's got no knee articulation. That's why there's no pin. No articulation there either. I definitely think it's time for a new toad. It has the frog jumping out of there, holding the toad. Would be cool if he had a tongue. I got another toad, but it's like from some weird animated series, but you know what toad we want. You know. And you know it's coming if we got Pyro. There's no way they're making a Pyro if they're not going to give us a new toad. Thanks for watching, guys.